Welcome here to our special PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale Nordic competition. I am here with Gillen McAllister, our UK fighting expert.
Hoo-ha!
And we are ready to go into the first match in just a second. I'll just run through the rules quickly. It's free-for-all, 3-minute time limit, and items and map hazards are on. Random level, as you saw, this was the Little Big Planet level. We'll see what the crossover is. And we have the 4 characters. We have Sweden is Kratos, Denmark is Jak and Daxter, Finland is Sly Cooper, and Norway is Nathan Drake from Uncharted. And here we see the Little Big Planet level start.
Who's your bets on for this?
I mean,
Have you got a particular favourite?
From the characters I've played.
I'm talking about the countries.
Yeah. Well, I know for me Kratos is maybe one of the few that's a little bit overpowered. I think he's a really, really good character. His level 1 super is not that strong, but he's really fast at charging up. So
Now I'm noticing that both Jax and Nathan both have sort of long range attacks, long range weaponry. Does that sort of factor into it that it's actually they've got a bit of an easier job of it?
for sure, 'cause I think those characters and Kratos as well both have close combat and long range. Oh, we saw a first super here. That was Sly, who was successful with the super and got a kill on Jak and Daxter. So Finland is in the lead already.
Now, this is one thing I really admire, given that they've used Sony's franchises for the sort of backgrounds rather than going for very generic stuff. Especially with Little Big Planet level here, we're seeing that the actual planets are being created within the editor as the level's ongoing, as the match is ongoing. So there's extra tactics being brought into play almost every 10 seconds.
Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite levels. As you said, you see the level being built, and you see the fight continue. We got a couple of supers, a couple of misses, and a couple of kills. Seems to be fairly even, except that Finland seems to get some kills, and Denmark and Norway didn't really hit with their supers.
I noticed that Nathan is keeping as far back as possible. Well, he was up to this point. Unfortunately, he's completely defeating my my argument here that he's playing the long range game. He's getting right stuck into it now.
And notice how it's like a C on the side. If you fall in there, you actually lose your super meters or the energy for that. So you got to be careful. Maybe that's why Norway with the Nathan Drake had to move around a little bit.
And now we're seeing the crossover with another Sony franchise with Buzz, which is again phenomenal.
For sure. Here you see the question. What kind of? It's interesting. We have Jak and Daxter, and then there's a question about Daxter. What
type creature is Daxter, and you've got to jump on the platform that you think
and we'll see what happens. If you don't answer correctly, something happens to you. For sure, my favorite crossover, this one. And everybody got it wrong, so they get hit by cakes. Amazing.
I don't think there's enough cakes in fighting games these days. I think it's unfair. I think we need to see more of that.
And that's why we have little fat princess, not little fat princess.
Little fat princess. The little fat princess. Everybody's favorite princess.
And fight continues. A couple of characters with level 1 supers. Oh, Finland and Sly got another kill.
Is Nathan going to drop it now? Oh.
See. Yeah.
Kratos is just hanging pretty on that.
Oh, and he got a kill on Sly. So the thing, the way the score works is that you get minus points for getting killed. So the tactics for the other players now is to get some kills on Sly, so he gets minus points.
Last 5 seconds of the match, about to go down. What are we looking?
And time's up.
Ooh.
See, and Sly's the winner.
Surprise!
See the score here. Clear winner, actually. Minus points for Kratos in the end. A lot of kills on him.
That is absolutely shocking.
And we're just going to run through this. This was round 1. Sly won that, and we play first to 5 round wins. So 1-0 to Sly and Finland. And we go directly into the next match. As I said before, it's random levels. We might get the same level twice, but let's hope we get to see some different ones. And here we have it. The Dojo from Parappa the Rapper.
Personal favorite of mine.
Yeah, big Parappa fan?
I'm not going to sing along. I would probably sing along the entire song all the way through this match, but that may annoy the hell out of quite a few people, so I'll avoid. I may hum occasionally. But yes, Parappa the Rapper, absolutely fantastic franchise that I think has a lot of love for it, and rightly so. Rhythm action at its finest.
for sure. And we see, what's his name, Mr. Onion?
Yes, Master Onion. So
Master
Onion. Get that, Mr. Onion. The man has spent years in his dojo practicing his craft, and you call him Mister.
And very interesting for this level for me is that this starts out very small, and I won't spoil much, but of course this level becomes bigger in a little bit when the crossover happens, which is an interesting tactical thing as well, because you have some characters that are good in small spaces that are maybe slow or strong, and then faster or characters that has a lot of range.
But you can actually bounce characters off environments.
Yeah.
Rebound them and everything like that too. And then chain attacks.
And there's characters who can crawl on walls, and I am a big fan of Cole from Infamous, and he has a really good attack where you hang on the wall and attack from there. Oh,
there we go.
Sly
the walls are off.
Sly's a beast in this game.
You know, your prediction at the start of this, that Kratos was going to own all.
Yeah. Well, he I think he's one of the good characters. I haven't played much with Sly, which I should, because I'm a big Sucker Punch fan.
I'm loving Nathan's moves there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the Sucker Grenade Launcher thing.
Yeah, he has some good moves. I don't think they look cool, but I don't think they're that good. Maybe it's also which character fits you.
All about show, really, at the end of the day.
And we see the crossover in the background now. At first, I thought it was Resistance, but of course, Sony fans should know it's one of the robots from Killzone. And you see here how it interacts. And we have the hazards on, so you can actually get attacked and hit by these missiles that come in here. But you can turn that off if you prefer that.
Yeah.
Now, I said in the beginning that you're a fighting game expert. What do you like? Do you like these hazards that influence the game, or the standard game?
I think there's a time and place for these sort of more party-oriented fighting games that anyone can enjoy, and I think sometimes that the fighting genres, unfortunately, because they require months and years of practice to own them, is slightly off-putting for a lot of people. I mean, I'm a huge Street Fighter fan and have been since inception, you know. But even I know for a fact that if I try and enter any fighting tournaments the world over, I will be used as Kleenex within about 5 or 10 seconds of actually starting. So I have an appreciation of the art. Unfortunately, my skills are in the talking rather than the playing.
I can relate to that. Oh, and notice in the background, Master Onion has become super huge and is now attacking the
Godzilla!
I loved, and in this way, it's almost more fun sometimes to watch the levels and fights. But also you get to enjoy the crossover and the fight in the background. Where if you're fighting, you need to focus on the fight. And as you said, I think this is one of those games that are more casual, but it actually has a lot more depth than I thought it was. I'm not a Street Fighter Tekken guy. It's too much for me. I'm not good enough. And this was a little bit intimidating when I got into it. There's a lot of moves. Oh, and we didn't get a Sly win in this one. Jack and Daxter. So it's 1-1 between Denmark and Finland.
Sweden needs to pick it up. Norway needs to pick it up. Come on, boys.
And I was cheering for Kratos. You conspire against me. And I just want to say, these levels you see here, the level on the character doesn't mean anything other than when you play with a character, you level up and you earn logos and backgrounds and musics and intros, and it doesn't influence how good the character is.
Just nice little optional extras, though.
Yeah. But when you see level 31 in Kratos, you're like, oh, that's why you picked him as the favorite. No, it's not why. It doesn't really matter. And another random level here. Let's see what happens. Oh, Stowaway, Uncharted.
Would you have a particular favorite amongst the 20-plus cast that you would favor after playing it for a while?
I mean, I love Infamous. So Cole, and there's 2 Coles. So far, I've mainly played with good Cole, as I'm a good guy.
Oh, it's like just because you love Cole.
I mean, yeah, and I wanted to play with Kratos, but I played with a lot with him in the beta, so I wanted to try something else. And now I'm feeling that thing that other fighting games has, where you really need to learn a character. So I'm a little bit afraid of playing too much with the other characters.
I was going to say, you're going to basically set yourself down with one character, learn him fully, and then
I'm going to focus on him now, because I mean, it's also what fits your style, and he seems to fit me. He's not as good as Kratos to charge up the super meter, but I think his level 1 is pretty good. Kratos is weak, I think, and his level 2 super is awesome. Cole, really, it's almost a sure 3 kill, which is great.
Now what we see here is starts off very, very small area fighting within, but the back of this plane's opened up. Things are starting to be dragged out. You know what's going to happen. Yeah, you know what's ready for it.
Uncharted 3, where you have this level where you're Drake fighting the big hunk. And this happens. So spoilers for Uncharted 3, I guess. But this is another one. Oh, trophy as well. 2 for 1. Someone got it. I didn't even notice who that was. Someone
Are you finding that basically expect just to unleash like a few of the sort of level 1 supers, or hope for the best that you can actually stick
I think
in
that
until you get to level 3?
It depends on a lot of the levels. In this one, when it's the tight area, it's easier to get a lot of kills with a level 1. But in general, I've heard from the Superbot guys who made the game that they basically only use level 1 supers because it takes too long to charge up the level 2 and 3. And if you're good, you can get you're gonna get 1, hopefully 2. I mean, if it's better players you play against, it's gonna be harder as well. But it takes too long to charge up the other ones. And if you're not good, maybe it's better, because if you can't get a kill at all with a level 1 the first times you try, maybe you should. I mean, it's easier with level 3. So.
And we're seeing another crossover here.
Yeah. And that is, of course, BioShock Infinite. It actually has two. It's a level and a crossover in this game. So a lot of BioShock Infinite love. And of course, Big Daddy is a character.
Big Daddy, yes, indeed. In fact, this is probably the most you've seen of BioShock Infinite this year.
I mean,
sneak peeks.
I mean, that's the thing for me. I noticed when I started playing Cole, I was like, I'm gonna try him, and then I was like, oh, this is the closest thing I'm gonna get to playing an Infamous game for a while. So better enjoy it. But yeah. Another thing that I can, I guess, debunk is there's no, now we have Drake playing in an Uncharted level. There's no thing like that where it's like he's better in that level. So
it's all about the platform skills, though.
Yeah. There's no boost or anything for characters. Of course, as I said, some characters are better in small areas and so on. And we see the items as well pop up here that people use. Someone just used in RPG. So pretty even fight, but it's all about, I mean, everybody seems to get their supers, but it's really about hitting with the supers as well.
It's down to the last 10 seconds anyway.
Yeah, and that's where, as I said, I think Kratos is really good, but his level 1 super is not that good. So maybe that's why he's having a little bit of problems now. Let's see, time's up.
Rolling out.
Oh, overtime. So this happens when two characters are equal in score. You're not told who. You play another minute, and you'll see who wins. But you can actually, even though you're not one of the leaders here, let's say
it will push you into trying to fight.
Yeah, but even though you weren't winning, you actually have a chance for a third or fourth character to win, even though you
I'm loving, sorry, just to interrupt, but I've just noticed Nathan absolutely loves the right hand of the screen, which is in fact the near it is a fatal drop off the level.
But that's where this, I mean, there's been a lot of comparison to Super Smash Bros. And this is where this is very different. We have the supers giving the score. Kills in normal kills doesn't count. It's only the super kills that count. Where in Smash Bros. Falling off the edge is
counting as
and here it doesn't matter. So maybe that's why Drake
just enjoys free falling.
When I love that gun he's using now, the big gun.
the big gun. Wow, we have a weapons expert in the room, ladies and gentlemen. The big gun.
Oh, and he got a kill at the last second. Drake got a kill with the level 1 super. See, Sly again. Kratos not doing well.
No, he's
15 scored. That's quite good.
The God of War is tired.
Yeah, -4, -2, and let's see what Jack and Daxter is. 10. So I guess it was Jack and Sly being tied before overtime. But you could actually continue. I think the maximum is 3 times overtime.
Mm-hmm.
So and in the overtime and more in second and third, you earn your super faster. So in the third overtime, you get a level 3 super really fast, which is quite interesting. Gets quite hectic.